Hello, today we're going to work on lesson 25 and we're going to first write each fraction using numbers and we're going to write them in words. Let's look at number 1. So we need to first count how many sections are in this shape. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there are 8 sections. Now we need to see how many shapes are shaded inside this. And if we look at it, all of them are shaded, so we also need to write 8 on the top. And now we need to write these numbers into words. So we need to write the number that is on the top first, and then write the number that is on the bottom. So 8 is on the top. We need to write 8. And then 8 is also on the bottom, so we need to write 8, but then it's kind of different because we need to write eighths instead of just 8 for the second part. So now let's look at number 2. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sections. And then if we look at the shaded parts, there are 2 parts that are shaded. So we need to write 2 on the top. So it's 2 over 6. And then we need to write 2 first, since it is on the top. So 2. And then 6 is on the bottom, so we need to write 6. We need to write 6 instead of just 6. So 2/6 is the answer for number 2. Let's move on to the next page. So for this part, we need to add the coins to find the total. So let's look at the graph over here. So penny is 1 cent, nickel is 5 cents, dime is 10 cents, quarter is 25 cents, and lastly, half dollar is 50 cents. So this one is 1 cent. So we need to write 1. And this one is also 1 cent. And this one is dime, which is 10 cents. So we need to write 10. And then this one is 5 cents. And lastly, this one is 10 cents again. So now we need to add all of these numbers. So 1 plus 1 is 2. And 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 plus 10 is 27. So 27 cents is the answer for number 1. Let's look at number 3. So this one is 10 cents. This one is 1 cent. And this one is $quarter. So quarter is 25 cents. And this one is 10 cents again. And lastly, this is 1 cent. So now we need to add all of these numbers again. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 plus 25 is 5 plus 1 is 6. And 2 plus 1 is 3. So it's 36. Now we need to add 36 and 10 which is 46. And lastly, 46 plus 1 is 47. So 47 cents is the answer for number 3. Let's move on to the next page. For this part, we need to read the pictures of the graphs. So, Terry asked his classmates about their favorite colors. He made this picture graph with the results. So let's look at question number 1. It says, how many students does each paint represent? So if you look at it, it says that each paint represents 2 students. So 2 student is the answer. Let's look at number 2. How many students chose green as their favorite color? So green is over here and there are 3 of them. But each of them represents 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4 and 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 students chose green as their favorite color. Let's look at number 3. How many classmates does Terry have? So we need to count all of these drawings. So each of them represents 2. And 2 plus 2 is 6. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. And this is 6 again, and 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 2 is 8. So we need to add 6, 10, and 6 and 8. 6 plus 10 is 16, and 16 plus 6 is 12, and 1 plus 1 is 2, so 22 plus 8. 8 plus 2 is 10, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So 30 students are in total. Let's move on to the next page. So we have word problems. Let's look at number 1. Jocelyn has 18 tables set up in her backyard for a birthday party. If she needs to set up 26 tables in total, how many more tables does she need to set up? So we need to subtract 18 from 26, which is the total number of the tables. So we need to subtract 8, but then 8 is greater than 6, so we need to borrow from 2, which becomes 1, and this becomes 16. 16 minus 8 is 8, so 8 is the answer for number 1. Thank you.